Jess here, and today I'm joined with Laurence from AE Industrial Partners. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Jess. Great to be here today. AE Industrial Partners, we are specialist investors with over $6 billion in assets under management, focused on aerospace, national security, and industrial services. We work across investment strategies, including with private equity, buyout activities. We have about 25 portfolio companies and growing, as well as venture capital with over 50 startup investments focused on early stage seed Series A.
Fantastic. So starting with a broad question, mapping out the landscape, how does the aerospace deal-making environment look at the moment? What's new, what's going well?
Great. So, of course, across the investment strategies we have, the interest rate environment has been more challenging for the typical financial engineering plays and raising debt. But on the private equity buyout, we bring certainly many growth levers that go beyond that, including around bringing more scale and scope, expanding into new markets and new geographies for our portfolio companies. And from that perspective, it's been very strong deal flow, especially with family founder-owned businesses where we focus. And then on the venture capital side as well, we're finding very strong businesses with good fundamentals of solving important customer needs and bringing them to market with our financial capital.
So do you think the aviation supply chain and airlines are still recovering from the effects of the pandemic mixed with this labor shortage, or are there other things that are really characterizing it at the moment?
Of course, the pandemic has hurt air traffic demand significantly in the last few years. Finally, we're seeing air traffic demand recovered, back to 2019 level and surpassing it now, which is great. And of course, the opportunity to keep growing from that perspective. Historically, air traffic demand has grown at almost twice the rate of the global GDP rate. And we don't see any reason for that to slow down. Of course, it can be cyclical in shorter cycles, but very strong fundamentals will continue driving demand going forward. In terms of the supply chain challenges we've seen and the labor challenges we've seen, they've applied across industries clearly, but in aviation, I think that we're finding opportunities to bring new digitization across the supply chain, for example, and with change comes opportunity.
So sustainability is understandably a huge topic at the moment, but how are we seeing sustainability and environmental factors influence investment trends within the industry?
Great. Well, it's important to remember that the aviation industry has pushed toward more sustainable aviation over the last century, thanks to pushing for more performance at a rate of about 1 or 2% per year, constantly over the many decades, right? So certainly the aviation industry has become more green. Now, sustainability has been a theme even more visible in the last few years. And it's great to see a full portfolio of technologies addressing it, from sustainable aviation fuel to electrification and hybrid electric solutions, and then maybe even longer term with hydrogen solutions. We think the aviation industry absolutely need to do its share and more in order to drive toward more sustainability, but I think there's quite a number of solutions on the horizon.
Are there any new technologies or advancements that you're most excited about or that you think will be particularly transformative?
Absolutely. We think advanced air mobility is pushing the envelope in 2 sub-areas of importance here. One is around electrification and hybrid electrification and bringing more sustainable aviation to small aircraft initially, but over time growing to larger aircraft that can really impact the world fleet footprint. The other area is around more autonomy and decision support tools that can help lower pilot workload, potentially offer equivalent or even better levels of safety in the cockpit, and therefore change the game in terms of potentially pilot count and cost of operating aircraft as well. Another area we're excited about is around digitization. And this is across the value chain from digital engineering in the new make of aircraft programs and their components, as well as in the aftermarket with visibility around traceability of parts and systems and supporting more efficient MRO operations. And other areas around digitization across the airlines, right? We're bringing AI, ML, big data, cloud compute, and the efficiencies that come with that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your insights.